right, let's hang out.
We'll hang out again.
Oh, we're going to hang out. Hi.
Hey.
What's up? We're back
again.
Guess who's back? Kellie's back.
Tell a friend.
Tell your friends. Yeah. Hi. We should be okay. Mics are in a new setup. They're on us. So we'll see. But cars are driving by, outdoor edition. Summer
Birds
is
are chirping.
It was supposed to be nicer out. It was this morning. It's gotten a little gloomy, but that's okay. Any excuse to be outside.
Perfect. Yeah.
I love to be outside.
All good.
So we're back. Another episode of the Hoyden Hang. First off, how are you?
Good.
Yay, you look great.
Thanks.
Gosh.
Feeling good. We're 3 months post baby. He's in daycare now and we're adjusting. I was telling you this morning how I feel like a superwoman being able to get 2 kids out the door and
Facts.
start work. So yeah, all good things.
Killing the game.
Thank you. How are you?
I am surviving. I think I'm good, I would say.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bad week last week, which was really
That's
good. Yeah, the only thing that went awry was the bridal shower. Sweating in the dress situation, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, everything's going swimmingly. Having all 6 of us in-house again is a godsend.
Yes.
So very, very happy, feeling good. So this is your 3rd official day back, even though we did a recording how long ago? A few weeks ago at your house.
Yep.
So yeah, we're back in it and ready to roll. So we are talking today about more AI things, but it's necessary. So specifically around, found an article that another company, another brand had posted around AI, kind of inspired some things. So I want to go through each of the brands that they talked about and then get your take on all of it. So first and foremost, they said, the smartest brands are actually rejecting AI on purpose. So I'll go through the 3 different examples and then we can chat. So Zevia, which is the calorie-free, sugar-free cola brand, they did a whole campaign that was around get the fake out of here. It was around fake ingredients.
Oh, I like that.
Fake content. So they don't have any fake ingredients, therefore they don't make fake content. So the goal there was to make the brand as anti-artificial as the product itself. So that got me thinking around it just goes to show people who brands that truly 100% are authentic to their, not only what they're offering, their mission, they're actually following through with it, are going to be the most successful. So yeah, that make the brand as anti-artificial as the product itself just was God. So how people, it's a specific example because when you're selling a product over a service, it's a lot easier to match because it's the product is the thing. The service is, I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, adjacent to this because I think about us and about how if we wanted to make our service as blank as, or make our brand as blank as the service we offer itself, it's a little different than being able to say there's literal ingredients, facts are facts. You can't go against that. So I don't know how that would apply for us, but we have brands that we work with that are e-com that it does apply to. Thinking in particular about healthy goods and how that is some of the best ingredients out there, all globally sourced but made in the US. And it's how can that type of campaign come to life? So it was really thought-provoking. Okay, so that was number 1. Any immediate thoughts?
I think too about Sam Buford, because the handmade is the future is kind of their tagline, right? And they wanted us to recreate some of the font in an actual handwriting. They didn't want it to be mass produced. And I think his vision behind starting from a piece of wood and creating it with your hands versus again that mass production, I think his whole storyline and tagline is very much
you're good at checking the light.
I know it's very close to me. I don't know, I think they probably steer clear of a lot of AI because of their line of work as well. So again, I don't know, that's kind of like a service and a product. They kind of have
Yeah.
a unique industry that they work in.
Well, and with
Being in education, I guess.
yeah, the new institution, like world renowned, you have to have an element that is like a differentiator, right? Big
Hmm.
time. And that is the service of like the teaching, the educating, but then you're making the product. So it's kind of definitely a unique situation for sure. And I remember when he was doing the state of the college, whatever, with President Docking at
Hmm.
Adrian. He was saying, his whole thing is around like the future is AI, like we have to adapt. And he was like, they worked together to rework that to say like, yes, it is, but you need to play nicely with the hands-on, the physical stuff too. So yeah, kind of you had to walk a line
Hmm.
there,
Hmm.
but it's definitely
Yeah.
it's unique for sure. And then I mean in their case, right? Maybe some of the content for some of their brochure like that, okay, you do an AI draft of that, but the product itself is not going to be made on an assembly line.
Right.
We'll plug a couple pictures of some of the
Yeah.
products because they're or the furniture they're making because it's outstanding,
Incredible.
so
Hmm.
incredible. If I could afford it, I would have my
I know.
entire house be made
Mid-century modern.
by the Sam Buford Group. Okay, so that's great. Thank you. Prada, they
Oh.
had this whole thing around intentional abrasions and raw visible stitching in their
Mm.
2026 fashion show. So they have like the campaign, the work in progress campaign, and the whole thing was like their goal was to make imperfect finishes the new marker of luxury. So, which is just so contradicting in your brain.
100%.
But then you think about some of the things, like I think about like this is far fetched, but like Adam Sandler, like
Sure.
chilling in
His
his
outfit.
sweats
Yeah,
and
yeah,
his
yeah,
like
yeah.
untied shoes.
Right.
Maybe okay, that's not luxury, but he's still a celebrity. He still could
Yeah.
afford anything, and like, all right, that's what you're going with. It's real, it's raw, it's people
Right.
love that, and everyone loves it.
Right.
But then you have something that's like a perfectly stitched corset. No one wants to wear. Like just like it's uncomfortable. It's stiff. It feels like it is forced, if that makes sense, in my opinion. So that one I thought was interesting because that's like a physical spin on it, not just like a campaign, how you're saying it.
Hmm.
It's like literally you've got shit like falling apart because it's hand stitched and it's human made. So I
So
don't
are
know.
they still charging? Is it still very quite expensive?
I would
I mean, I
assume
thought it was all handmade regardless, personally, but I don't know much about the fashion
I would
industry.
assume your luxury lines like your Pradas and your Chanels and Gucci's, all that, you would assume that it's pretty
Yeah.
hand done. But I really don't
So
know.
now they have a new approach.
They just have,
Okay.
yeah. And then maybe again, maybe it was just a
Maybe it's a
statement.
different line.
It's a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
campaign. Like that
Yep.
again, work in progress. Like that's
Right.
in my opinion, having a campaign, like that's what a campaign is. Like to be able to say, we're doing something way out in left field to make a statement, to get
Hmm.
people to turn their heads, right? Like that is spot on for me. It's odd. It's like going against what they normally would,
Sure.
which is why it works, I
It's
think. So
probably, yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
interesting and
Yeah.
something that we can take and run. I mean, it's Prada.
Sure.
They've got endless budget, I'm sure, to make these things
Yeah.
happen, but someday.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was theirs. Now, final one was Polaroid. This was my favorite one
Oh, cool.
because you know me and my Polaroids and just pictures in general. Love to capture a memory. Their campaign was AI can't generate sand between your toes. A pause for that alone.
Mm.
It's so true. Like good luck.
I'm on a beach right now.
I mean, unless the
Toes
Tesla
in the water,
robots.
ass in the sand.
Yeah. Margarita in
Yeah.
hand. Yeah. I feel you there. But yeah, that was their thing. They did a big billboard with a picture of a Polaroid of someone on the beach in the sand. And then they had like the hand written over it that
Cute.
said, AI can't generate sand between your toes. And they placed these billboards right in the middle of like Tech Valley. So, like next to an Apple, which is next to a Google, which is next to whatever. And the
Nice.
whole, they had
Stir in the pot.
big time. So, it was this like scarcity play made physical. So, what it said was basically name what the machine can't do and stand exactly where that is. So Apple is the machine, for instance.
Sure.
Love my Apple products. I'm Apple for life, but gonna call attention. They can't make sand between your toes. So putting that in a place where it's like all tech is just a bold,
Love that.
yeah, a big middle finger to
Hmm.
AI and tech. And it's not for every brand, it's not for everyone. Like, obviously, tech companies need to adapt. That's totally fine. But you think about some of these smaller companies or companies that are a physical product or some sort of, yeah, just like consumer brand, chill. And I think, using an example that happened with us, I'm not going to use names, but I'm going to talk about the challenge. We've got clients in the e-com space who are selling product to consumers, and the whole thing is like, we can't let this look, even though we don't have, a section to take pictures of all the products, or a section like a studio
space,
right now. We need to create the mock-ups, the product mock-ups for website. Mass producing these products, you have to be able to have consistent photography. So in order to do that, utilizing some tools for AI, great. The labels are designed themselves, they're uploaded, it's a consistent flow. Now, clients' feedback is, we can't let it be too AI because people are going to know that. And then client does some stuff on their own, literally all AI generated. So it becomes this like competing factor in this case between, I don't know, it shouldn't be a communication, it's not a communication breakdown, it's a, like, do you have to move too
Eagerness.
quick? Yeah, like
Yeah.
haste. I keep
Yeah.
thinking haste. I'm like, where did the haste come from?
Right.
So I think that is the thing. And then also being able to just talk about it.
Right.
All right, you think that maybe we're going to push back? We probably will, because we have the best interests at heart for your brand, but that doesn't mean that you can't throw an idea and we can't still
Move
bring it
with
to
it.
life.
Yep.
And if we were to use AI for something, it would be image only. All the text goes back in. Like, I think about an email campaign. Like, you
Yep.
still have to have written. You can't just have everything in image. I have
Right.
all my images disabled in my email. I don't see anything. I get an email, it's just blank. Then what? Like, you have to be able to, I don't know. It's odd. You have to walk a line with it. So that's like a frustration, but also I think a lesson learned moving forward is like, people don't want to see that. I'm not going to convert if I'm like,
Correct.
it seems spammy. It
Mm-hmm.
seems like I'm getting an email. Jesus, spitting everywhere. I'm getting an email from a robot. Like, what
Yeah.
is that product going to
Yeah. There's
be?
no personalization.
Yeah. And saying, hey, and then like name that goes with your email doesn't make me think that you did it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you're just really curious. So things like that I think are important to keep in the back of your mind. Now, you said a couple things this morning about some of this stuff, specifically hot take, humans are the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, what are we doing? Don't we learn
Sure.
from our mistakes? So I don't know, like, do you want to talk about
I don't
that a
know.
little
I
bit?
think it's just like trial and error sometimes too. Like you have to see what works and what
Yeah.
doesn't work. And we're so in the thick of it right now with AI. I mean, I was getting back onto my computer and like every program that comes up, it's like AI generated or Gemini for your email and
Oh, Claude synced to
Canva.
everything for me.
Canva,
Seen
you
everything.
can type in a prompt and it can push out a design for you. And it has its place, but I also think that humans are really in a spot right now where we are desperate for human attention and human connection and
Mhm.
personalization.
It's the same
It's a
truck.
big one. It's got some concrete work going on around these parts.
We thought it would be a little, honestly, it's usually pretty quiet during the
It's
day back
pretty
here.
loud right now.
A lot of cars.
A lot of
This
action.
might not actually go live. No, we should be okay. Okay, sorry. Human
No,
connection.
I just think like specifically we were talking about, whenever you call um, a corporate office or you call your bank or you call your doctor's office, you are automatically just hit with AI. You got to press a number. Sometimes you can respond and it'll give you a response in itself. And most of the time I get really frustrated
Yeah.
and I just end up, like we said, 000, get me to an operator. I want to talk to
Yeah.
someone. And speaking out loud, doesn't real innovation, aren't they very personal? Like I feel
Yes.
like you call them and you are talking to a human. Like
Correct.
their line that they push is very personalized. Like
Yeah.
you're going to talk to someone,
And it's going to be quick. Like,
which
the
I
idea,
love.
don't waste your
Yes.
time. Like, you, no one wants to shop for life
Yeah.
insurance anyway. So get in, do what you have to do with us. We'll get you set up and you're on your way.
Right.
The only AI we've talked about with them is like FAQ style chatbot where it's like,
Okay.
what is the difference between these two things?
Yeah.
It's on the website, but if
I
someone
like
wanted
that.
to just like ask questions
Yeah.
or like, okay, based on this information, what's the best policy for me? But that I think that's a reasonable gap to fill.
Space.
Like
Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah.
it's overbearing, and yeah, I just want to speak to someone. Like the first thing I do is speak to rep, and it's like, you want to speak to an agent? I'm like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because we might have a problem that AI can relate, like can find like a similar, but for me to be able to explain the situation
Right.
and say, listen, this is the thing that happened. It doesn't fall into your book of responses that AI is
Yeah.
referencing. I want to talk to someone and have a real conversation. And then also, I love this is maybe just me. You probably can agree. I love when I have a conversation with someone who, like a stranger on the phone, and it ends up being there's always a good outcome to it. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like the one lady I think it was for my Nexus renewal at the border, and she was like, we were like laughing. I was like, it's me again. And she started laughing. She's like, oh honey, you're okay. Like
Nice.
it was so sweet.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things where I was like, that was fun. Like it was nice to have a human connection with someone, not
Mm-hmm.
just I said Nexus. Like you're like trying to get to the person, and
Right.
it's like, did you say Nexel? And it's like, fuck,
Yeah.
So then it just adds frustration, releases your stress hormones, and now you have a breakout. You know what I mean? Like it's
And
just
it's supposed to be
ridiculous.
like time set, like it's supposed to, AI in reality is supposed to move time, like you're supposed to have less time in trying to figure out what you're doing, like it's
Right.
supposed to alleviate
Like an
the
aid.
amount of time it takes, when in reality it's like,
Making more.
did you say 4196, hit one if this is correct? And I'm like, seriously?
Zero.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes it just gets really frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I miss the personalization of just being able to call my doctor's office, talk to somebody, get an appointment, and it is what it is.
Well,
But
in today's
I don't
youth,
know.
you have kids, like, don't you want them to
Right.
be able to be comfortable
The
speaking to
social
people?
skills, yes, 100%.
Like,
All day.
ugh, gosh, I
Yeah.
can't imagine like only knowing to press 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Yeah.
Like, no, call, leave it. Not, no one likes leaving messages. Leave a message. Try
Hmm.
speaking when you're uncomfortable. Like, we're enabling so many things. And again, I've got the bots working overtime on,
Sure.
hey, put this together in this type of way because I
Yeah.
need to present it to someone or whatever because I am busy. And yeah, it's supposed to save time. I don't think I've ever prompted and been like, that's it. There's
Right.
always
Yeah.
either, okay, you either try
Gotta
again,
keep
remove
going.
this is too much, you're overdoing it here. Like there's always prompting, which is fine. I mean, it's still less time than creating it from scratch, but yeah, for people to like all of their marketing or all of their content that they're putting out is just straight up not made by a human is just, gosh, it's so boring.
Hmm.
And it's very
And I
like
think
been
it's
there, done that.
becoming more relevant too. Like you can tell what is
Yeah,
pushing out AI, what's not. And
big time.
yeah, I don't
Well, the
know.
M
I
dash
just,
we know that's
yeah,
been
and
a
like
thing.
certain verbiage and
Or it'll say it's not
very
red, it
extensive.
was blue. Just say it was blue.
Hmm.
You don't need
Hmm.
to say a negative before the positive or
Right.
this contrasting thought toward. So I always say to mine, I'm like, don't even think about using an M dash unless it's necessary, which is really annoying because I love an M
I love an
dash.
M dash. Yeah.
Gosh, they're great. But
Yeah.
it needs to be absolutely grammatically correct or don't like what's up with that? Do we know why? Has anyone figured out what's up with that? They're everywhere. Like like instead of a comma. And then you tell it that and
Hmm.
then it'll be like, oh, totally understand.
Yeah.
Great point.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah. Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
where you're
Yeah.
coming from. Let me just swap those out
So
for what it should
responsive.
be. It's like, thanks, God.
I
But
worry about like our youth too, like just
right, enablement.
utilizing it for writing papers and education and finding out quick responses. Like I can see the pros and cons on it in both sides,
Hmm. For sure.
from the standpoint of the founder's chair and what James is doing, bringing communities together within fintech and um, insurtech. There's such a great space for AI because they're
Hmm.
utilizing. I think of Solvray, how they're like problem solving and getting all of your functionality down throughout
Right.
your
Helping with
systems.
processes,
Yes,
things like that.
processes,
Hmm.
which there's a place for that, right? Like that's fantastic, and we
Hmm.
utilize that in
Big time.
our day to day. But I don't know, man. Some of it is very overwhelming. Like the graphic designs that we see that it pushes out, and I don't
Yeah.
know.
And it's getting close. And I think a lot of people are like, for us, that would be the thing that it's like, do you see it taking your job? But then I think about, I just had a sales call with one of our clients we did brand dev with a long time ago, coming back on to do a little bit of project work. And I had said, I was like, I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of what I'm suggesting can be created with AI. Like all the
Sure.
articles, all of anything that you need for the back end of your site, like you can do all this. I was like, the question is, do you have the time
Do
to?
you know how?
And
Yeah.
he was like, I don't even want to think about it. He's like, I want you guys to do what you need to do. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well then I'm going to be straight, very clear with you. We can do more of it because of AI. So like the help
Right.
us to be able to use that as leverage to get you more content. It's not going to lose quality because we're never going to just run with that,
Correct.
but that was a big thing. And like he's so excited to get started. Like, you're going to move the needle. I being transparent from the get-go. Like we've talked about this before on a previous episode around the client who was like, this is clearly written with AI. And it's like, well, yeah, it's a 60-page document. Like I think that would take me
Mm-hmm.
3 months to write
Mm-hmm.
all that out, man, by
Yeah.
hand. Like I have other
Right.
clients, right? So
Yeah. There's a time and a place.
to just be like, yeah, that's great, but the presentation, all the design work, all of the development was not. It
Yep.
was just the data collection.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you have a problem with that, it's just not the right fit. So I think that that transparency from the beginning, or asking as part of like onboarding, like what's your comfortability with
Right.
AI, or just utilizing, I mean, really any platform. Like it doesn't have to be AI generated, but like a tool that isn't a human, like
Yeah.
any sort of digital space, right? So yeah, it's definitely a fine line to walk, but the right ones are going to get it, and they're going to understand that like, yeah, I could do that on my own, but I don't have time, and my time is
Mm-hmm.
money. I say it every day. Like I would rather just spend the money on getting something done that's going to take me 3 hours versus 10 minutes. Okay, spend the $100 or whatever it is,
Yeah.
right? So you start to value your time, and or put a value to your time, excuse me, and then yeah. So
And you have to be, I mean, we're in a space, unfortunately, where you have to be, and not even unfortunately, but you have to be innovative. So
yeah,
we have to utilize what is in this day and age, and that is AI. It is everywhere.
yeah,
So
it's like
we
a
have to
shitter get off
figure
the
out
pot.
where it best suits us in our professional career, how we can
Hmm.
best utilize it for our clients. And
Yeah,
then, also not demeaning like all of our design talent for our team. Like,
right.
so I think we have a pretty good balance of what that looks like.
I think so too. And I will
It's
say,
like an
like,
idea generator, which is
yeah,
so incredibly helpful.
it's a concept. It's like a concepting buddy. Like I can
Organization,
brainstorm,
yeah.
I can get some idea, yeah, organization, or like create the
Creating,
spreadsheet
the
so that I can take the
exactly what I was
spreadsheet
gonna say.
and do what I need with it.
Yep.
Like we don't need to reinvent the wheel. And honestly,
Right.
the client, the right clients expecting and appreciating that.
Yeah.
Now I think back to your point about like James, and because that's the first thing I think of when I see these comments about like brands specifically not using AI. Like James is a huge AI advocate, but
Hmm.
he's also is the one whose brand is completely like the whole
Yeah.
brand mission, vision for it, everything is in person
Yep.
focus. We're hosting these events, we're getting people together because there's so much of the AI. Doesn't mean that he doesn't use it to put together a proposal for,
Hmm.
hey, here's all the meeting notes, this is what we talked about, spit out a summary for me.
Right.
Great. Why? That's something we should need to really do anyway.
Correct.
Um, yeah, would I love to do everything from scratch and be great at it? Of course, but why would I not focus on the things that we're really strong at
Yep.
as people? So yeah, that just comes up over and over again because I think about those events and how everyone who's coming in to
So
pitch is
personalized.
tech. So it means some form of AI in some way.
Yep.
And how are they making a tool, to your point previously about it's going to reduce, it's going to help your process.
Workflow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to make you guys more efficient. It's going to make your product more cost effective. It's going to
Hmm.
allow, and then it becomes like an economical thing, right? Like if you
Yeah.
think about Tyrone and like the crypto asset, crypto
Hmm.
management, all that stuff, that is part of the world shifting. Like that
Hmm.
is a very specific, because it's not insurance, that's very much the wealth tech space, but
Yeah.
that is inevitable. Like that is a form of, because he said, I was listening to him on another podcast, he said something around like cryptocurrency versus crypto assets are two different things. And everyone,
Okay.
he's like, it can be a currency, but it isn't always a currency. So, really unique perspective on that if you're not, privy to that information.
Hmm.
So just got me thinking that there has to be an element to that because it's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And humans can't make a digital asset or current, like there's only so much we can do there. So that type of tool, brilliant, get in on that.
Yeah.
That's the future. But yeah, being like I made all my social graphics from AI, it's like, ugh, it's just a little stale.
Unless that's like your MO, right? Like, unless that's
Do you,
what your, I don't know, end game is. I've seen some which can be kind of interesting, but yeah, I don't know.
well,
I like
yeah, it's
I
so
like a
tough because
personal approach.
I don't think that we'll ever like I don't think it'll ever take the designer's position, especially when it comes to actual brand development. It might be able to create a bunch of assets, based on
What
what
you
we
initially
create.
created,
Yeah,
yeah.
what the drive is. But even so, I think to myself like you're spitting out an image. You're not spitting out anything editable.
Right.
So is that going to be able to be pulled into Illustrator and then each one of those things is a vector and then I can edit those and I
Mm-hmm.
have freedom. There's always going to be a layer. Now,
Sure.
you get into the tools like your Adobes and whatnot. The other day I was in there and they have this new like I guess tool that when you crop an image, you can pull the crop out and it'll generate the rest of the image for you. So it's filling the background with
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Huge help because
Mm-hmm.
otherwise you're exporting, pulling it into Photoshop, and then
Adding another image or something
yeah,
behind
and you have
it.
to like you extend the canvas, and then you do content aware. Like AI has always been a
Interesting.
Photoshop. Like that's the whole point of
Yeah.
Photoshop. It's your editing, right? So be that's like one less thing I have to do. Awesome. Now
Yep.
I'm cranking that out. It's quicker, whatever. But how many times I've gone in and been like, perfect, this is a great template. I'm going to use it. And then you put the branding on it, and it's like, oh, it doesn't work at all with the fonts and the colors or whatever. It's like that was cool for what it was,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not going to fit every bucket. So being able to know and understand that you're using it as inspiration, and then yeah, if you want to pre-build the transitions for me and pre-build the work, still got to do the work, but at least
Yep.
it's one step closer. So I don't know, I every day I worry about it because I think about how you know digital could become all digital and no human. Then you think, okay, well, how do you pivot and how do you like continue to offer services that people are going to always need? You think about home, like I think about Miles, construction, right? Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, eventually there might be a robot that builds a house, but at
Sure.
the end of the day, you need your bathroom fixed or whatever, or
Yep.
remodeled, whatever. You need to have a person do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, or renting homes or selling homes. You can't live in an AI bubble. I mean, I guess you could put a meta glasses on and live in a box if you wanted to, but I don't see
Yeah.
that happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
So being like, okay, how are we going to pivot and have other avenues of business? It's like diversifying your portfolio, but literally in a business offering or entities themselves just being broad and not being so narrow minded. I think that's been one of the biggest lessons like lately I've been learning and trying to implement is not being so stuck on one. I mean, I've always been like the power of niching can be really important, but I've
Sure.
always been one that's like I don't want to be stuck in one
Yeah.
lane because what happens when things come in and you have to adapt.
Yeah.
So yeah, just being like nimble and accepting of change and being able to pivot is
I love
important.
that. Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
there was another post I saw that I think I sent it. Do you have your phone with you or no?
No, I don't.
All good. It was maybe this is for next time because we're gonna talk about some of that process development that we're
Yeah. Yeah.
doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But basically the idea was that those who adjust their process after the problem has arrived are behind. Like you have to adjust your process with like anticipating the problem. So if you're starting to see a trend in one way or the other, it's like, okay, I have a process now that helps to alleviate that. So when we do get overloaded with whether it be the number of clients or
Mm-hmm.
now everything is AI, we've already been learning it. We've already, so that
Ahead
like
of the
one
curve.
foot in the door, yeah, on not only tools, but also yeah, processes and just how you're functioning. So I think that just goes to show, when we're always saying it's a lighter week, what do we want to fill? Okay, let's start
Learn.
learning some
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's so important to keep learning. And
It's
that's
happening so fast. It's
right.
you must, or else you're already
You're
gonna.
done.
We're already behind.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've said this a bunch.
Especially in this industry that we're in. I mean.
It's inevitable. Every day is different. But I realize that
How
haven't
marketing
been with us for the
shifts.
last couple months.
I know.
I've been talking a lot about, there's a commercial from Apple. Well, all their commercials are always fucking amazing, but specifically one for their, I think it's the habit tracking or something on your watch. It's an app for your watch. And she's in line on the street for a coffee stand. And someone's like, did you know coffee raises this? And someone else is like, coffee's really good for this. So it's like, and then it just picks up
Yeah.
speed. It's like the most stressful situation. She like presses the button and everyone just goes poof, and like disappears.
Nice.
And it's like, don't listen. There's a lot of noise out there. Listen to yourself. It's like your body monitoring.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking,
That's cool. Yep.
fuck, so good.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yep.
So then I got thinking about that and how, like, obviously even the big brands who are doing it, like, they also get it, and being able to like pivot. They are probably, like, your phone is half the reason you have the shit, but that's not Apple pushing it all out, it's all the other brands, right? So for
Mm-hmm.
them to say like, no, we're helping you cut through the noise. Same with Safari and the privacy. They have another one
Nice.
where they have all the tracking. It's like these people in like silver jumpsuits, and they're like following them around, like hanging out over their head because they're tracking the data. And
Mm-hmm.
you toggle your privacy on and they all just disappear.
Nice.
So
I love that. Yeah.
it's
Okay,
really
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, just that concept of like, they're overloaded with so much
Mm-hmm.
information.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible to learn all of it, but you can have a baseline understanding so that when those questions do come up, it's like, oh, I have something to say
Yep.
about it. We're going to find out more so we can, help get you where you need to be. Um, and again, also being like, I don't, that's a great question.
Yep. Exactly.
Tanya yesterday, I was talking with her and she said something about like, do we think, someone mentioned how LinkedIn is basically bots talking to bots now, because it's just people using AI to create a post, someone else using AI to create a post, and no one's actually speaking to one another. She was like, do you think LinkedIn's going to be a good play moving forward? And I was like,
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I was
Yeah.
like, I really don't know.
Yeah.
I have no answer to that. It's something to monitor. Like, you bringing up that concern just allows us to create a piece to our strategy with you that is like, let's check in every month. Let's check in on that. Is it
Right.
becoming more and more? Are we even seeing
You're
that the
getting
people,
hits. Yeah.
the hits are even real? Like,
Interacting.
are they
Yeah.
real or are they purchased? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, I
Oh
don't know.
gosh.
What's your
Yeah.
take? How do you feel?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I'm
She's like,
overwhelmed.
I'm
I
sweating.
feel like it's somewhat generational too. Like you have our parents and the older generations who are just getting caught up with, learning how to utilize their iPhones and figuring out how to navigate apps and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And then you have our generation that's kind of seen it all.
Mm-hmm.
We've been around and it's happened very quickly in our lifetime. So I
Yeah.
think we have a great appreciation for what's happening now, but we also have a great appreciation that was happening previously.
Right.
We don't want to let all that go.
No, we're very nostalgic as a
Um, yeah, I
what are
love
we,
that
a
word.
generation?
A
It's a generation. Yeah, generation.
millennial. Yeah, yeah,
An
yeah.
era, I said.
And then you think about, the younger generation, my girlfriend Kayla, who's in her early 20s, and she's like, she's not about chat GPT. Like she went to college and she's like never used it, and they kind of
They're
have
like
their
against it.
own.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think maybe their generation is a little split. Like you have a lot of gamers and people who are very intuitive on
Mm-hmm.
coding and stuff like that. And then you have another piece of it who are very organic. And
Yeah.
so it's interesting to see how AI might be utilized throughout each generation because it's probably very heavy with what we're our age gap right now. Like
We should
I don't
call
know.
we should call in or on the net talk to Lindsay and get her thoughts, because
Yeah,
she's still,
yeah.
our intern Lindsay is in going into her senior year of college.
She's early 20s. Yeah.
She's sharp as a tack,
Yep.
all the things. I don't think
And she's
that,
in marketing, right? Or
yeah,
yeah.
her business degree,
Okay.
concentration, I think, in marketing. I think. Gosh,
Yeah, we should
sorry, Lindsay, I
definitely
should know this.
pick her brain
Yeah,
about
and just
what
see what her thoughts
she's
are.
learning. Yeah.
Because I know, like, from our perspective, obviously I know what she's learning, and being able to get in, like, in school, I think she said there's some classes that are like, you have to use AI in order, because they're
Mm.
teaching it,
Mm-hmm.
versus other classes where it's like, we know if you wrote that, if your essay was which,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying essays and stuff, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
different
For
applications, right?
sure.
So for her, coming in with us and then being like, okay, we all got to work together, understand how Claude can be a benefit to you. Like,
Right.
the other day, a little off topic, but Erica asked me about something, and I said the new "Did you Google it?" is going to be "Did you ask Claude?" Like, because
Yeah.
she's asked me, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, did you throw it in Claude? And she was like, what the hell didn't I do that from the beginning? I was like, I don't know. But so we got talking about how, did you Google it? Like,
Yeah.
that's the new version of that. I mean, yeah, you can still Google it, but we using that as like our assistant becomes
Yeah.
like Kennedy, know how much shit she's been able
Right.
to do
Yes.
by like she's learned
Utilizing
so
money.
many
Yeah.
things by being like, this is the problem I have.
Help
How
me
do I
solve
fix
this.
it? And
Yeah.
now she
She's
knows.
probably kickstarted us on all of that, honestly. I
She
think about that with like the Wallace
crazy.
Miller website on
Yeah.
how she navigated
Big time.
so many issues.
And like that's why it's like the client doesn't
Insane.
know what they don't know won't hurt them. Like if we don't know it off the top, trust me, there's a solution and we're gonna
Yeah.
find it. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to know that we maybe aren't considered experts in that field, but we can be. Watch me work.
Right.
Like it's not hard anymore, which is great. It also comes with a confidence layer. Like you have to be able to say like, yep, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Not,
Exactly.
"Oh, I don't know, like I don't, maybe you should go somewhere else." It's like, no, we'll
Yeah.
take it and we'll figure out a
No
way. We're
problem telling you. I'll
yeah,
figure it out. Yeah.
overcoming adversity.
I don't know if your phone does this now, but mine, when I ask Siri and I'm like, hey Siri,
Do
can
you
you do
want me
this?
to use chat?
It's like, do you want me to use ChatGPT? I'm like, I want you to give
Me
me
the
the
answer.
answer. I
That's what
don't
I
want to
say every
have
time.
another option. I'm like,
100%.
just give me the fucking answer.
Yeah, I say it out loud every time. I'm like, I don't know, Siri.
I
don't
literally
care.
end up exiting out of it and
Me
just
too.
Googling it myself.
Me
I'm
too.
like, fine. Like,
Me
why do you
too.
have to ask ChatGPT? Are you not going to get the same response? Google also
Just
has its own
do it.
AI that pumps out a response.
Right. Just
That's
use
what
that.
you get before you even like start to search companies or answers or responses.
AEO.
I'm like, yeah. Anyways,
Dude,
was
I've
shook with Siri lately.
so
I'm
glad
like,
you said
how
that.
do I
'Cause
turn this off?
I will be like, I don't care what you
Too
use.
much. Right.
Give me the thing I
I need
asked.
to
I
know.
just want to know what the weather's like tomorrow.
Correct.
It's like, do you want me
I
to use
just need
ChatGPT?
to know how old Anne Hathaway
Siri,
is.
band together all the bots, every tool, and give me my answer. I just want to know what Tom Segura's net worth is.
Correct.
Like, it's not hard stuff.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you go to Google and it's like, oh,
Like,
that
son
took
of a
less time just
bitch.
for me to fucking Google it. I have so many thoughts. I've been
I
saying,
also have conflict because of the environmental impact that it's having.
Kelly, and also
As a
go,
person who
go.
wants to live in a sustainable situation,
Compound.
it's not ideal.
Mm-mm.
It's
No.
going against some of my moral values.
I know.
I have a
I'm
hard
sorry.
time. I mean, as this continues to grow and we realize that like there's probably going to be a different way that they can navigate or utilize energy. I don't know. They're gonna have to come up with a new plan
Like,
because
what about the
it's
sun?
fucking crazy. Yeah.
How are we not turning trash into energy yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
And like
I'm
so
sure
many
some
things.
countries are. United States is
Sure, yeah, Europe.
behind their damn times.
Yeah, Europe is where it's at. If you want to live, holistically, we should move to Europe.
Yeah.
Hoyden
Tim and
takes
Jode
the UK.
would not like that.
Same truck again. Miller's.
Where did he go? Did he go around the block this time?
I don't know.
Last time he went that way. Did he go back that way?
Unless it's the second one. I don't know. I know that I think they're building a second part of this subdivision. We'll be gone by then.
Shame.
Here's to hoping. Anywho, sorry, you were saying.
No, yeah, all good.
Yeah, it's
just another thought.
they've got to come up with a solution. But that goes back to what you were saying before about like with the humans are the problem. Like,
yeah.
Oh, we found a really great way to supplement making more food. Add GMOs.
Food, yeah.
And now it's like, do you want to be hungry or do you want to have cancer? Like those are the things like it's the lesser of two evils always. We're never going to have, unfortunately, we'll never have, I don't think, not to be, it's kind of I don't know if this is like a cynical way of thinking, but I just don't think that we as a race, like as the human race is going to be able to come to, because money, it's always gonna be money. Like we won't be able to cure cancer because there's no money in it. We won't be able to get rid of pollution or like recycling, whatever, which is disgusting because the rich get richer concept, right? Like
big pharma's not gonna want to prescribe you one pill that's gonna solve all your problems because they want you to keep coming back for more and more. And honestly, like it comes back, you talk about the GMOs, like back in the day when we had a mass amount of people to feed, that was our resolution. That was our answer, right? Is to create these products where they aren't affected by insects and you can grow mass and it grows faster. And then our population and everything like evened out and we had too much food. And then that's when it you realize, oh, maybe that wasn't the route to go. So it's kind of like trial and error too. But
Yeah.
we're not willing, it's harder to let that go once you've established, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, the
Because why
machine's
do we
working. Why do
still
we get rid of
have
it?
pesticides on our fields and shit like that when we have so much education on regenerative agriculture, and it's like, I don't,
Yeah, there's got to be a way to just keep them out some other
why
way.
can't we, you think about farmers who are supplemented by the government, and they think that that's the only way they can make income. When regenerative agriculture, you have several different crops and you can actually make more money. But
You just,
then
yeah, but
that
it's,
generation is stuck in that way of thinking,
mm-hmm.
So it's like,
Oh gosh.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
So many layers.
AI, we're so deep into it now, but then some people, some brands are like, a lot of great brands are like, that's not what we want. We're going to stick to
Mm-hmm.
the basic way of life because that's not our vision.
And I will say
Like,
too, like
to each his own.
the brands, like especially the ones that we listed, right? Zevia, Prada, Polaroid, those are already very established
Correct.
companies.
That's
Like
right. Yeah.
the smaller mom and pops who are trying to make it big, they don't have as much of the luxury to be like, we're not doing it, because they don't have an
The team
established,
behind them, or
yeah,
yeah,
any sort of presence or the cash flow
marketing
to
capability. Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that that's another thing. It's like it's great for Prada to be
Ooh.
able to stitch shit together. They're still selling a shirt for $150. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's a great it's a great case study, but in
Yeah.
theory, it's a lot more usable for big brands who have the budget to be able to do those things, and people will stand by
Right.
it because they're loyal to certain companies, whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I could go on and on and
Gosh, this
on.
is quite the teeter-totter conversation.
It is. We are a wealth of knowledge. People come to us and they say, "What do you guys what do you guys think about AI?" And we have all the answers. Like these are wizards.
We have a lot of things to think.
We're wizards, Kelly. Yeah, I don't know.
Anything else?
I don't think so. Well, I mean a lot of things, yeah,
Sure.
but we'll save it. Keep the people on their toes for the next one. I know y'all are bookmarking it for the next release.
I know you couldn't wait to see us again.
Oh my gosh, the best. Now here's to hoping
Oh,
all the cars going by this wasn't a total fail. We might have to take these chairs to the front yard next
yeah.
time. We'll see.
That's fun.
I should be able to reduce audio in some form of editor, so we'll
Ask
see.
AI.
Otherwise, hold on. We have
Oh,
to
I got it.
unbutton.
Okay.
Kelly, always a pleasure. Thanks for
Until
coming
next
over.
time.
Until next time. Yay. I think every time I say yay when we're done.
I know.